Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. This Sunday, we are going to enter into the season of the church year that we call Lent. And that is the 40 days that we learn about the wonderful things that Jesus did. Now, the color for Lent in our church wheel is purple. So I'm going to move this throughout the ordinary time Sundays to the first Sunday in Lent. Good morning, everybody. I hope you've had a great week. And now we're going to tell two parts of a long story about the faces of Jesus. And I will tell you parts 1 and parts 2 this morning. Now, the color that we use for Lent is purple. So we have a purple underlay right here. So, the first part of our story. Jesus was born in Bethlehem to his mother, Mary, and his father, Joseph. Even as a baby, Jesus would look into the eyes of his mother and see a cross outlined on her face. He also looked into the eyes of his father, Joseph. Here, he also saw a cross. Now, Mary and Joseph gave baby Jesus food, clothing, shelter, all the things that was necessary for him to grow from a baby into a boy. Now, Jesus grew and grew. And when he was about 12 years old, he and his mother Mary and his father Joseph went to the temple for a high holy day celebration. This was a big day with people from all over the country coming to worship God. They stayed there many days. And then, when it was over, they walked all the way back home to their house in Nazareth. Mary and Joseph got home and realized that the boy Jesus was not with them. They got really worried. So they walked all the way back to the city. They looked for him everywhere. They looked at the places where they ate, the places where they slept, and finally they went back to the temple. They walked inside the temple and they saw Jesus. He was surrounded by priests and rabbis. They were amazed with what this boy had to say, and they listened to him carefully. Jesus was also amazed at what the rabbis and the priests were saying, and he listened to them carefully. Mary and Joseph were upset that Jesus had gone off without telling them, but they were very relieved to find him. So, on the way home, they asked the boy Jesus where he was and why he had gone away. He looked at them and said, "Did you not know that I would be in my Father's house?" They were very confused about this, but they remembered it for a long time. It didn't make sense at first, but later on, they would understand his words. Now, I wonder about your story of your birth. I wonder if you remember some things about being a baby. I wonder if your parents tell you stories about when you were a baby. I wonder if there's any place in this part of the story where you see yourself. Have you ever caused your parents to worry? I wonder how Mary and Joseph must have felt when they realized they couldn't find their son. I wonder, what is your favorite part of these parts of our story? Now, I wonder if there's anything in this part of our story that I could take away and still have everything we need to tell the story. And I wonder, what is the most important part of this story? I hope you enjoyed this story. Next week, another storyteller will continue the story of the faces of Jesus. We'll learn more about his life and what he did. So I hope you will tune in and figure out the next part of the story. Have a good week. God loves you, and so does your church family.